So I've been doing that for around 9-10 years. And now I don't like to let it go. I mean, I still make great money. Like it's almost like I don't want to do something. They say, give me a number and I'll double it. And they'll say, yeah, okay, when can you start? I'm like, holy fuck, really?
Like,
so it's like, fuck, really? Like, you know what, 15,000, you know what? I don't really want to do it. So you know what? I can do it for 30, 32. When can you start? And how the fuck do you say no? It's like, oh my God, they're just throwing money at you. So it's like, you have to, even though you don't want to. And then I'll do that and then go to the facility for a few hours. But I mean, it's a grind. But now I'm at the point where, I can live off the snakes for sure. Except I just got to stop spending because I'm a fucking animal. I love buying. It's like, it never fucking ends, man. Like somebody messaged me the other day going, oh yeah, cool, And they're like, yeah, I wish I could get those animals in. I'm like, yeah, it's like, I know the feeling because I've got about $50,000 worth of snakes over in Europe waiting to ship here. And I got about the same in the US. So I've got about $100,000 worth of animals that I can't get. So I'm like, I definitely know how you're feeling. And they're like, you buy more animals? Don't you make them all? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't make everything I want. And when I miss, I buy what I miss. So it saves me time instead of next year. So I'm always buying. There's always new stuff. It never ends, but the more I buy, the more I make. So it's like a vicious cycle. Yeah, it is.
It never ends. That's crazy you said that because if you weren't like that, if you weren't like that, would you be having clutches? Would you be having the diverse clutches you have every year if you weren't buying new shit every year?
Because I'm set up that way. So I don't have to bring in new stuff in order to, because I've had vision in the past. So I have a whole bunch of diversity already. And I'm chasing those, double hets and triple hets. And I even got quad hets that I'll be breeding next year. I have so much diversity and powerful males and stuff that I can just keep switching them around and still making fucking crazy fire shit. But, I don't have enough blackhead. I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. I'm not into the sunset yet. I just got into some puzzle stuff now, or a few years ago. But, I got 1 female breeding this year and I got 4 next year. But that's not enough. Are you fucking kidding me? Puzzle, like I need to put that into pied, into this, into that, into this, into that. How can you do that when I only have 4 or 5 fucking females? That means I can only pick 4 or 5 different males to go to those females.
Yeah.
So, that gives me a few options, but out of a million options, that doesn't cover shit.
No, you're exactly right.
I mean, if you're based on this, and this, and you just keep breeding it and breeding it, but I'm so diverse. I mean, I've got 420, 430 breeder females, and then I've got, a few hundred males, but I've got, 1,000 to 1,500 holdbacks growing up. So, and I've got some fire. There's stuff that I show and there's stuff that I don't.
So, bro, this sounds very overwhelming. How the fuck do you plan your projects each year? I mean, do you have help, or do you go along and say, well, fuck, let me pair? Like, who does the pairing? Is it just you, or do you have help on the pairing?
Me and Austin. So I mean, I have a full plan of all my females. And then I'm like, here's the male. Okay, what do I want to make? What don't I have enough of? So let me do this. Okay, let me make some double hets and triple hets. Right. And then me and Austin will bump heads. It's like, no, I want to do this. No, you have some of that. We don't need enough of it. Like, we need to make some of this. And I'm like, fuck no, because we can do that with this. But you get a list, and then you look at it after. So we're going to put this male to these females. And you look at it, it's like, holy shit, he's going to 30 females. That's not fucking possible. Okay, so now what do we take off the list and where do we put it? So months and months and months, we're still, figuring shit out. And then once you almost get to where you're like 80%, 90% solid, you're going through the holdback rack. And he's like, hey, Billy, look, there's like another fucking 30, 40 females that are 1,400 grams and up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So we add those to the list and start trying to figure out what male we can put to those. It's a vicious cycle, man.
And I'm sure you have one male. You have one male going more to one female, right? Like you have a male.
I get a male over the breeding season, which it's not really a breeding season. I breed all year round. I mean, I've got my my enhancer clown visual male that's 66% het genetic stripe. He's already into 14 females that are and like 9 of them are gravid. I've already got eggs from 2 of them already out. So yeah, I can get a male with an ultrasound. You know, I average probably 10 to 12 females per male.
That's choicey. That's fucking
really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And then let's see. Let's think about like how many new males you have going this year. Like how many virgins you got going.
Well, virgins or first year males. Like there's a lot of.
Like let's talk about that. So how do you play in your first time males? Like, is it based off age, sperm plugs, weight?
It's basically if they're 450, 500 grams and they're producing sperm, I'll put them to a female. But they'll continue to eat, and I continue to feed them, and you know, 2, 3 months, 4 months later, when there's another female ready because she's already gravid, he's eating. Now he's 600, 650. And then I'll throw him to some, and over that year period, I can probably get him, you know, 300-400 grams in weight, and get 3-4 females. But this year, don't forget, some of my males that I'm breeding, I hatched out in 2019, January, February. They're 700-800 grams already because I've had over a year of feeding them. So they're doing well. I got maybe 10 of those. But then I have some from the year before that never bred, or I put in and they just didn't get the fucking hang of it.
Yeah.
You know, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? And then the following year, he's a superstar.
Yeah, right. I've never had success on the first year of attempting a virgin male. Whatever reason, I don't know why.
I didn't back. I don't know if it's because I have the ultrasound now. But remember, I told you back, I spent like $7,000 or $8,000. I bought the black VPI exanthic, or the black exanthic male. I tried him the very first year, 500-600 grams, had sperm plugs, didn't do shit for me. And then I'm like, so now I get because of the female, I know when to put the male in. So when the male's already building, or the female's already building, and she's like 1.5, 1.7 or higher, when you put that male in, it's almost like an instant lock, you know, most of the time. Yeah,
I just think it's and then some snakes fucking it takes them longer than the first 2 years or something. Like, man, I've had this GHI, hypo GHI who had high hopes of breeding. When I got him, he was already like 700 grams, and the fucker's just now locking, bro. 2 years later, and now he's at about 800 grams. I will tell you this, he did hit a point where he was not eating. Like he probably skipped like, I want to say 2 months of eating. And I'm pretty sure that had a huge effect on him wanting to breed.
Yep.
Because every other male I have that locks like a savage eats like a beast.
Champ.
Like a fucking champ. And let me ask you this. Is it uncommon, or is it common for males not to go off food? Because I don't have too many males that go off food, dude. They just
are you breeding them like constant?
Dude, yeah, I have my
what the fuck's your fucking, what's your formula, man? Because
I don't know.
Everyone watching needs to, because I mean I have too. Like my male, that the enhancer clown, possible het G stripe. I mean, I got him into 12 females, and fuck, now he's not eating, so he's not breeding nothing until I get more food in him. He's taking a little bit here and there, but it's like fuck.
Dude, that food thing is so important, guys. You need to understand. Like, look, we all want our snakes to breed, but I'll tell you what, luckily, I've not had a experience, and I feel like if I wasn't knowledgeable, I'm just saying, I feel it could have happened to me. It could have been bad. But look, if you have a snake that you really want to breed and he's just not eating, don't fucking breed him. Dude, it's just full on prime time. You don't slam him with food, but just make sure he's on a consistency of food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories of like overbreeding males. I didn't know overbreeding was a thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is. If he's not up to weight he's not up to par with shit, dude, you're gonna tap him out.
And he's not eating. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a stressful thing for them breeding, especially to multiple females.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta slow them down, man.